Thanks for joining us. I'm Lila, and this is Teen Kids News. Here's our top story for the week. No question, learning to play a musical instrument has all kinds of benefits, from improving your memory to improving your self-esteem. But due to tight school budgets and other factors, a lot of kids who could be learning to play just aren't able to. However, we're going to tell you about a pilot program working to change that.
1, 2, here we go. Mississippi hot dog.
Rami Vamos teaches music in Pelham, a suburb just a little north of New York City.
I just love the guitar. Guitar, you can play just about any style of music on it. You know, there's classical music. We might play some kind of blues. We might play some rock and roll, you know. Or jazz. I feel like kids can really find out who they are through the guitar.
Rami wanted to share that love of guitar with his students. Not just some of his students, but all of his students. But to do that, he needed a lot of guitars.
I applied for a grant through the Pelham Education Foundation for getting 31 guitars in each of our 4 elementary schools, cabinets, strings, music, everything that goes along with it, and we got it.
But the grant came with strings attached. Ordinarily, when you say something comes with strings attached, that's a bad thing. But in this case, it's a good thing, because you can't play guitar if it doesn't have strings. So now Rami had more than 100 guitars with strings, as well as a lot of other necessary equipment. And he had something else, a goal.
To really get every kid in Pelham, 3rd grade and above, playing the guitar. And it's a lofty goal, but just this year alone, 1,000 students have started playing the guitar in Pelham.
To accomplish that goal, Rami teaches with what's called the Suzuki method. It was developed by Dr. Suzuki, a Japanese educator and violinist.
Suzuki believed that every child can learn to play an instrument.
Whether 3rd graders or 5th graders, Rami starts each class with his own special routine.
The students come in, they take a seat, we sing a good morning song, something that I wrote for them. And then I pass out the guitars. They sit down, they warm up until everyone's got one. Okay, next row. And then I say rocket ship. Rocket ship! And this means that the kids will grab their guitar, sit with the head of the guitar pointing straight up, and they're ready to listen, ready to learn. Find that spot.
Find that spot.
Put it on a sticker.
Put it on a sticker.
Thumb over the sound hole.
Thumb over the sound hole.
1, 2, here we go, and Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi, Mississippi, Mississippi hot dog. 1st string. 2nd string.
The hardest part about playing the guitar is
like knowing where your hands go, and it's like this. You got.
I place stickers on certain parts of the guitar to help kids know where to put their fingers and also where they can put their arms so they end up in a good position. See that part? Put it on the sticker right there. There you go. And now you bring your arm over, and now you're in a really good position, right? Open 2nd. Put the 2nd finger on the 3rd string. Open 3rd.
I like the music and how the outcomes.
Playing the guitar makes me feel calm.
Kind of just gets you out of everything what you're thinking.
1, 2, here we go. 1st fret. Open 2nd. Now get your 2nd finger ready for the 3rd string.
I think kids should learn how to play the guitar because it can help you later in life, and it's a really fun experience.
Because it's like good exercise for your fingers.
Lift the finger up. Finger down.
I think learning music, it taps into a different part of your brain. It improves your memory, enhances creativity, teaches discipline, enhances coordination, increases confidence and self-esteem. It also, if you can believe it or not, helps develop social skills and teamwork.
Well, the head is where the tuning pegs are.
This is the bridge where all the strings connect at the bottom of the guitar.
And those are important because if your guitar is out of tune, you can retune it.
These little metal rods on the neck are called the frets. Except that to play the different frets, you have to put your finger in between the spaces.
This is the sound hole where the sound comes out of.
I think kids should learn how to play guitar because it's like more of an exposure to music, and music is all over the world, and I think we should listen to it more because it's beautiful.
Rami's guitar program is taught in all 4 elementary schools in Pelham. He hopes that one day the concept will catch on with schools all across the country. For Teen Kids News, I'm Benjamin.
We've got lots more coming up, so stick around. And during this break, please take a sec to like, follow, and subscribe to our socials so you never miss out on Teen Kids News. We'll be right back.
So, why is Election Day always on a Tuesday in November? The answer stems from the roots of our nation. Back in the early days, most Americans lived on farms, and most of the year they were busy tending their crops. November was a relatively quiet time. The harvest was in, and the weather was usually still nice enough to travel. But 2 days were not good for traveling. Sunday, because of attending church, and Wednesday, because it was market day in many areas. There was one more factor to consider: distance. Many people would have to travel pretty far to vote. And since they didn't have cars, they needed a travel day. Since Sunday and Wednesday were out, the best day to travel was Monday. Then, vote and return on Tuesday. So, in 1845, Congress passed the law making Tuesday the official day for voting. Of course, today people have more options. Most states allow early voting as well as voting by mail. Taylor Swift explains why voting is so vital. It's not enough to just want change. You have to go and make change by voting. If you're old enough, vote. And even if you're too young, you can still do your part. Convince those who can vote to vote. For Teen Kids News, I'm Athina.
Remember the movie Finding Nemo? Nemo and his dad were clownfish. They're usually easy to identify because the most common variety has striking bright orange and white coloring. But what's really striking about clownfish is that each and every one of them starts off life as a male. Of course, if they stayed that way, clownfish would have gone the way of the dodo eons ago. But these cute little guys have the amazing ability to change their gender. So while all clownfish are born male, some of them do eventually become female. So not to worry, we'll still be able to find Nemo and his brightly colored kin in oceans all around the world for years to come. For Teen Kids News, I'm Reese.
Each week, Teen Kids News showcases a comment sent in by a viewer. So don't be shy. Send us a short note about the show. Then watch for your debut on national TV. Please include your first name and your town or city. And if you want, send a photo too. We'll be right back with more Teen Kids News. Let's face it, there are a lot of things in our lives that we have little or no control over. For example, what time school starts, whether or not it's going to rain, getting older. But when it comes to our health, there is something very much in our control. We just need to do it.
Cats do it. even really big cats. Not only do dogs do it, there's even a yoga pose named after it. Yes, I'm talking about stretching. Basically, it means working specific parts of our body to make us more flexible and healthier, among other things. While just about all dancers and athletes, especially gymnasts, make stretching an essential part of their training, we can all benefit from including stretching in our daily routine. We also need to know not just how to stretch, but how to stretch properly. And it's no stretch to call Diane Cherico an expert. She's trained in medical massage, and she's the author of Stretch Your Pain Away in 10 Minutes a Day. Why is it important to stretch if we're not athletes or dancers?
Because you use your muscles every day and you abuse them with repetitive use by things that you do. And so they get too tight. And so it's very important to take care of them properly.
Let's start with something we teens do a lot, sitting at the computer. Does that cause problems?
Oh, yes. It could cause terrible lower back pains because you're sitting in the same position for a long time. That's repetitive use. So in order to combat that, you have to stretch your muscle called your piriformis. It's located in your bum. So in order to stretch that, you sit at the front of your chair. You put one leg up, pull up on your foot, push down on your knee, bring your whole torso forward and breathe. Shh. Release. Come back again. Shh. Release. You do 4 sets of 5 reps. You're golden, and it takes care of your lower back pain.
Yeah, that felt great. You know, when I text a lot, my neck gets really stiff. Is that just me?
Oh, no. It's the position you're in. It puts a lot of stress on your neck. So, if you don't mind, if you just take your phone and bring it up towards your head, that will combat that problem.
You know, I just realized that means taking selfies doesn't cause neck problems. Let's take one.
Yes!
How about heavy backpacks? Do these cause problems?
Absolutely. Teens carry way too much weight on their backs. Textbooks, notebooks, folders, laptops. It's way too heavy for them.
So can stretching help that?
Absolutely, it sure does.
Can you show me?
Sure. It's called the off the bed stretch. It's one of the best stretches ever. Hop on the bed and I'll give you a demonstration of how you massage your neck before you lay down. So you come up and massage right where your vertebra goes up into your skull. You feel that pocket?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then you move your fingers out to the baseline of your hairline, to the backs of your ears. That will open up all the muscles that attach to the base of your skull and release them. It's wonderful. So now I'm going to have you lay down. Excellent. Your shoulders are a little off? Perfect. You just want the top of your head off. So let's move you back a little bit more. Perfect. Feel a little tug in your neck?
Yeah.
Excellent. So this is where you do that massage on the base of your skull. I feel it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Then you put your arms up over your head, reach, and then you make like a snow angel. You just move your arms back and out. Feel nice?
Yeah.
This opens up your pec muscles, your biceps, your triceps, your rotator cuff muscles, a little bit of your back, a little bit of your abdomen. And then to get between those shoulder blades, those rhomboids, oh, they could be such a pain muscle. You clasp your fingers together, turn them out. Now come up, bring them down, breathe. Shh. Back up. Remember the 2 seconds. Shh. Perfect. You do a couple of those. And you're golden, and it really helps your posture, the pain in your back, your neck. You'll be good to go.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Diane told me you should do this stretch every night before bed. To sum up, here's some of the benefits of stretching when done correctly. It improves your physical fitness and range of motion while reducing tension as well as risk of injury. Of course, there's a lot more to know about stretching than we can cover in this report. So be sure to do more research. Maybe speak with a knowledgeable adult before you start. For Teen Kids News, I'm Alexandra.
Let's face it, most of us don't get enough sleep. And while dozing off in class may get you detention, if you get behind the wheel when you're too tired, the consequences can be much worse. Check out this video from the National Road Safety Foundation.
Hi, I'm Drowsy. You know the feeling you get when you're really tired? Yeah, I caused that. When you don't get enough sleep, you become my BFF. I know you're too tired to drive, but I don't let you know that. Because I love causing car crashes. I can make you lose focus, even fall back asleep.
The NRSF produces lots of helpful videos. For info on driving safely, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the National Road Safety Foundation. We'll be right back with more Teen Kids News.
China's Forbidden City has been the home of emperors for 5 centuries. You can learn a lot about the buildings here just by looking at the roofs. Let's start with colors. Red is China's national color. It's believed to represent good luck and happiness. So, no surprise that you'll see a lot of red in the Forbidden City, from its massive outer walls to its delicately decorated buildings. Yellow was associated with the emperor. That's why most roofs in the Forbidden City are covered with yellow tiles. Green roof tiles showed where the crown prince lived. That's because green represented wood, and wood represented growth. So the logic was that one day, the crown prince would grow up to be the emperor. See the line of figures on the roof? They are led by a man sitting on a bird, either a phoenix or a chicken. Taking up the rear is a dragon. The dragon represented the power of the government. Between the dragon and the man riding on the bird are other mystical beasts. But these figures weren't just for decoration. They served 2 purposes. They were supposed to protect the building from evil, and they indicated the importance of the building. The more important the building, the more figures it had marching along the edge of the roof. For example, a minor government building had just 3 figures. This is the Hall of Supreme Harmony. It's where the emperor's most important ceremonies were held. As such, it's the only building in China to have 10 figures adorning each corner of the roof. No matter the number of beasts, they all carried the same warning. If the man in front didn't properly fulfill his governmental responsibilities, they would attack and eat him. Maybe we should add these decorations to some of our government buildings here in America. With the Tea on China, I'm Ava.
If you're out camping and want to know if it's going to rain, just find a pine tree. Look at any of the pine cones on the tree. If the scales are closed, that means it's probably going to rain. Cones close their scales to keep their seeds from getting wet. If the scales are open, chances are rain is not in the immediate forecast.
It's time for a short commercial break, but we'll be right back with more Teen Kids News, so don't go away.
They come in mild, hot, extra hot, and so hot you can kiss your taste buds goodbye. I'm talking about buffalo chicken wings. But why are they called that? The story begins with the wagon trains crossing the Great Plains. Those pioneers were the first to see herds of huge buffalo flying high above the trees. Okay, I'm joking. Buffaloes don't fly and they certainly don't have wings. The fave finger food isn't named after an animal, but rather a city. The city of Buffalo, New York. That's where the first wings, from chickens, not buffalo, were fried, covered in sauce, and usually served with blue cheese, dressing, and celery. While we eat buffalo chicken wings all year round, they've become the unofficial food for Super Bowl Sunday. On that one day, we pack away an amazing 1.5 billion, that's B as in buffalo, 1.5 billion wings. That comes out to an incredible 4.5 wings for every man, woman, and child in America. In some ways, that's even harder to believe than buffalo that fly. For Teen Kids News, I'm Katerina.
Well, that wraps up our show for this week, but we'll be back with more Teen Kids News next week. See you then.